What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. As you, the viewer, may be aware, Konami has updated an extremely aggressive policy around talking about privileged information, aka leaks. Last night, Bonanza largely leaked out online, and I think it would be completely disingenuous to try to keep my audience in the dark while we see card after card in the megatins fall half in price. Am I supposed to be like, oh, look at this, isn't this strange, what's going on here, and not give you the relevant information, when sites like Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization, all over Twitter, Facebook, Discords, and the original leak itself on YouTube have all blown up. Konami needs to get a handle on this situation, punish specifically whatever distribution or OTS or store ended up giving that product out early versus their social media campaigns, and not go and try to target everybody online with this, because it's thousands of people at this point. YouTubers in shaking fear are nuking their Discords, and I honestly disagree with that too, but you can look for this information in many different places. My targeted conversation here is not going to be showing any of the leaks. You will have to find that information for yourself if you want to see the physical proof. I will be, however, discussing why vendors are cutting so many cards in the megatins, my thoughts on the tins, because despite my initial impression, they actually were successful for a bit, but now the sealed tins themselves have dropped $10 for a case overnight as well, and I think will continue to drop as vendors are trying to fire sell them on Facebook as well. So I think there's two reasons I need to be informing my audience of specific things that have happened over the last 24 hours. If I'm banned for that, I'm banned for that. I think that we should not be pulling punches when it comes to this kind of information that is already so widespread. So Blue Eyes White Dragon is now atop the set. I did think long term these would pan out anyway to be the most hunted atop the set cards. However, Konami also just proved they can reprint the alter arts in the tins, because the other Dark Magician Girl alter art was among the leaks. So this is not safe necessarily to be in this set and maintain its status as a 10 only card, as the other 10 alter art Dark Magician Girl is among the early leaks in Bonanza. There were 2 boxes open. Then we also see, falling way down in value, Wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils. I thought this one might miss Bonanza personally, but here it goes, way down in value. Again, I'm not going to play Dora the Explorer. Can you find the prices that are down on the page? We're going to be pointing them out. This is now under a $10 card, and with there being only, is it 78 cards in the main set, you're going to see quite a few of those in every single booster box. So you have 4 non-nostalgia pulls in 24 packs, and the set is 78. So on average, you will see 1 plus of every single card. However, 2 boxes were opened, and we don't have the full set list. Also, you might notice Thrust is way down here as well. It is another one that was leaked, and we see here it is already 1/3 the price, because you're going to see so many of those. Triple Tactics Talent, I believe, was one of the chases at $5 to $6, especially since it was a playset card. I assume we will see something similar with Thrust, because Little Knight is a 1 to 2 of in the extra deck, where this is a playset, so I could see this being on top, similar to how Baroness actually fell way under, but there were still ban list fears. I could see Little Knight ending up falling under Thrust. Wanted as a package will be extremely affordable. We already knew from the description Diabell Star was in there. So far, we've seen no Centurions among the leaks as well, and most of the set is there. Also falling way down in price and off is Bonfire here. You'll notice it was around a $20 card, and now it is under half of that. So with the tins as a whole, it feels like these were set up for failure to some degree, and it feels like that's why Konami wanted to lead in its social media campaigns with the nostalgia pool. A lot of people were saying, where's the relevant cards? Oh my gosh, not reading into the fact that this is a 200 card pool that takes up 1 card of the pack, as we discussed on the channel. Now here comes the main set. Is it worth ripping open? Yes, absolutely. Bonanza is bananas. This is a crazy good set. It makes Rarity 2 look washed, and I like Rarity 2. I think it's undervalued. It's just that the set structure was bad. And we've gone back to the old set structure of $1.20 per card in a 6-card pack. So the packs are mass affordable to everyone. Even though it's a expensive pack, it's still way easier to get than a $10 pack. So when it comes down to this, Bonanza is looking very, very good. It's a strong set, and I think the main reason those reveals were held back was for the 10 sale cycle being set up to have its legs swept out from under it on so many star cards. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 of the top cards here on the front page, and now we know this isn't likely reprint proof either, seeing another Dark Magician Girl end up in there. Blue Eyes ends up being the collectible king of the set, since we know quarter century secret rares cannot be reprinted. The 10s themselves, I predict, will take a hit from this, but not as big as you might think, because their model of kind of shorting things out through the set list numbers rather than short prints really seems to be working, because there's still the Centurions, there's still I'm Seti, which a lot of people wanted for the casual engine, there's still Chaos Angel for the extra deck. There's so many things going on right. Oh wait, did something happen here? I don't think so. It's only $1 or $2, right? That I don't think was in there. Again, I actually haven't looked at the spoilers too much. They are available. I probably should. I remember just watching the video in disbelief that it was up. So when it comes down to the 10s though, I do think that a lot of this reminds me of 2017, which were some of the worst 10s initially at the time, but they actually ended up aging relatively well, and the quarter century secret rares might actually let these slowly sell, because it is the casual audience that is ripping these open the most. I have had my ear on the heartbeat of that, and some people question that. I've looked at Reddit, I've looked at Facebook, I've looked at Discords, the people getting 12 of these and opening or more, clearing off the shelves at their Walmarts. It's been mostly the casual audience really feeling good about pulling a quarter century secret rare out of every pack. And here comes a Bonanza with one in technically every other pack, most likely, because every pack will come with either a platinum secret or a quarter century secret rare, which is still very shiny either way. So again, I feel like this will do good casually, competitively, on every single front, collectively, as it's one of the last cries and hurrahs for the quarter century secret rare, even though we're still going to get them, and they've done a whole survey and poll on future quarter century secret rares. So I do think we'll probably get a rarity collection for like set before we end the promotion here in the TCG, but the math is there for it to be a very great and very nice set by the books, with us having stuff in the main pool to chase, and the Megatons are the ones that suffer for it. I'm speaking nicely about one of your sets, and poorly about the other if you're watching this, Konami. The 10s are the ones that really did suffer from this, and it's why I think a promo system in 10s is absolutely needed. It's already a reprint set of many cards that will be reprinted again down the line, and to combat that, having a relevant promo pack with multiple promos is pretty necessary. It's what lets bad 10s like the 2017 ones age well, when you have stuff like Desires, Ghost Ogre, and whatever other promos were around there. It lets the 10 sell even if the set inside is not the most precisely great set and you do things. When I mentioned the 2017 10s, they reprinted Dimensional Barrier and Cosmic Cyclone within about a month in a structure deck, and they were already announced when the 10s dropped, and those were the two $20 cards in the 10s. Then they banned the Trident, and then they reprinted all the Dark Magician stuff in another structure deck, the Legendary Hero structure deck, which I think got rewaved recently. It had the Dark Magician cards that were relevant for the casual value. Those 10s got absolutely decimated, but the promo pack hard carried it. Here, they're hoping the quarter century secret rares and the non-reprinted cards will be what carries in here. And there is that thing for value distribution. When a lot of cards fall down hard in value, other cards tend to grab onto that. And I do think Blue Eyes will be solidly towards the top of the set for some time, but we'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching today's video. Again, I think a lot of you already knew these leaks were out here. I don't think this is necessarily new information, and I think to many people who keep up with the market, seeing all these card prices changes, they deserve an explanation, especially with how out there it is.